Hey, what's going on, guys? So we're going to be joining them in game 2 here, and our player in the red is going first. He activated Pot of Duality. He showed off Reborn, Bora, and DD Crow, and he did add DD Crow to his hand. And so he did activate Allure of Darkness just now. And he's going to be summoning Shura, and Shura is going to be adding Kalut most likely, unless he has it in his hand. And I believe he did add DD Crow, either that or Bora. I'm sorry, I don't remember. But pretty much our BlackWing player is in a really good spot right now. Plus, BlackWings in general has a really good matchup against Gladiator Beast, just because Icarus attack hurts them so much. And yeah, and you know, Soroka hurts Glads just as much because it's just 2,000. So, especially with opening with Black Roland, it's just so good. When Solemn Warning comes out, and I'm curious to see why is Solemn Warning on that when he totally had answers to it. Perhaps he didn't want to get, he did not want to get War Charioted, but realistically, War Charioting a Kalut would only mean it would be point for point, and then our player in the red could still make phase 2 summon. And Warning is really good against Glads. I mean, you're just warning the fusions, and it hurts him a lot more than anything. So he's going to attack with Shura for 18, and that might get deprisoned. Oh, and it happened to get deprisoned, because Glads do love that card. And Book of Moon comes out, and I don't know if I agree with this, unless he has a Icarus attack set. Because obviously Glads can run over that card, no problem, and perhaps that is an Icarus attack. And if a Glad happens to draw MST, then he could kind of take advantage here. But a Black Roland first turn is just really good. And it looks like our player in the blue is just going to go for a Hero Lives, paying half of his life. And he's going to be special summoning a Prisma. And so most likely he has Test Tiger in his hand. Otherwise, I don't think that that is too viable of a play. But yeah, Icarus attack would hurt. Really good. He's asking if he's calling priority, and I see no reason why. If you have Icarus attack, just wait till he summons the Test Tiger or the Gladiator Beast. It would hurt a lot more. He's calling priority, and so Prisma does have to send Bestiary to the grave, and that is good though. Calling priority in Prisma is good because you want Bestiary in the grave, because whenever you tag out, you have access to Bestiary. And then Icarus attack is going to come out of our player in the blue, and he's going to be able to pop both of those cards. But the thing is, a player in the blue still hasn't normal summoned, so technically he can still go for that Geyser's play if he happens to have a Glad. Oh, and look, as you can see, he still has the Glad. So I would just wait for the Test Tiger, realistically, and that would have hurt a lot more. And so you can still tag out, and yeah, I really just would. I think waiting would have been the better option. It would have been the most optimal play. But anyways, yeah, as you can see, he's just going to go for... Interesting. Oh, okay. Yeah. Didn't realize that that got 2 cards. But what he meant to do was go for Darius. And Darius then will get Bestiary, and then he'll probably make Geysers and pop Black Roland, because Black Roland definitely is a card... Ooh, and DD Crow comes out of our red player's hand. So perhaps I was correct in the very beginning when he added the DD Crow. And once Bestiary is banished... that will kind of hurt our player in the blue, and our player in the blue should have realized that because he did add it with duality in the very beginning, and so that is quite devastating. So yeah, going for Laquire perhaps would have been the better option against the BlackWing player, but the BlackWing player does happen to have Kalut in his hand, and so yeah, okay, our player in the red did realize that he did miss a play on the Icarus attack as well. Okay, so our player in the blue over here, unless he sets something to, well, no, he can't get anything back because once he targets Bestiary in the graveyard, which is Darius' effect, you can. It actually says you can target, so it's super easy to understand that ruling. And if our player in the red happens to have a Shura, ooh, a Blizzard, just as good essentially, unless our blue player has an effect Veiler, but he still will get the Whirlwind Search out, and therefore he can add Vayu, I believe is the only card that people do run. And so I mean, some people were playing Breeze for a while, but the card didn't really seem like a viable card. And he's going to go for a Shura here. And I think making... you can pick an Armed Wing, but I really do think that Bryanak would be better. Obviously, you don't need to activate Bryanak's effect. Oh, he's going to go for that, which is interesting. Because Glads do run a lot of back row, and Armed Wing, you know, versus a Bryanak, not the greatest, especially when your opponent is that low on life. You can just kind of game them really fast. But if he does happen to have another Icarus attack, I can definitely see why he went for that play. That would make more sense. So let's see what he ends up going for. Perhaps another play, though, we can do is you go for Blizzard and you special summon something, and then you can just wait for them to get out multiple cards, and then Icarus attack the card that you got with Blizzard or Blizzard himself, and that way you can take more field control and you get more card advantage. Okay, so apparently our blue player had a good move, but apparently now it's not going to be good anymore. But let's see what our blue player can do, because some bad players do play Smashing Ground, because obviously he can't really attack into the card over here, Armed Wing, because our player in the red could just drop a clue. The off chance that our player in the blue just happens to get out something stronger. So I guess he's thinking, and maybe he just doesn't have an answer to Armed Wing. Let's see if he can get over. I mean, Dark Hole is something he's going to do. Darius and set a back row. Okay, so a Deep Prison would hurt, but our player in the red really does have card advantage. And he would have more card advantage, honestly, if he just waited with that play with the Icarus attack. So he's going to summon Vi, which is interesting. Perhaps he's just going to Icarus attack, and I don't think he's going to... I mean, the Whirlwind Searchers with Vi are quite limited, and I don't think there's anything... I think there's like Mistral, but no one runs that card. So now he can just drop Clue and end the game. And Mirror Force comes out. Ooh. And Bryanak definitely would have been our option. What I expected, though, I expected him to summon Vayu and then Icarus attack. Yeah. But if you really wanted to go for that Icarus attack play, I think a better option would have been set Vayu and then activate Icarus attack. But as you can see, now our player in the blue kind of has a chance to come back here. If those back rows aren't anything good, he definitely can come back. Ooh. And Toronto Trigger comes out, and that's going to hurt quite a bit. But once Bestiary is removed, it does hurt Glads a bit. But like I said, even if Bestiary was at 2, it wouldn't make Glads too much of a tier 1 deck. Ooh, a hero lives, and that could potentially help out a lot. I mean, you won't be able to get the play out there, because I mean, once Bestiary is removed, it does hurt him quite a bit. But he can pay half of his life and half of 34. Let me see what it would be. It is 17. Perhaps they're having trouble with that again. But our player in the red, all he needs to really do is summon any BlackWing with relatively decent attack and just drop a clue, and that will seal the deal on the game. But our player in the blue can still attack, and I still think attacking would be good. There's no reason why you should be afraid of anything, because obviously if the other player draws a monster, you pretty much lose anyways. So he's going to be attacking for 17. Is it going to go through? And getting it through really doesn't matter, because our other player has Clue. And yeah, you can see opening with Whirlwind really just makes the biggest difference in the game. So it's now our BlackWing player's turn. What is he going to draw into? Okay. So pretty much any BlackWing monster, except for Vayu, would be good. I mean, in the off chance that he does draw a Vayu, I'd say just collude it. Wouldn't be a bad option. I mean, obviously save collude, don't just attack and drop a clue. And wow, Tour Guide and BlackWings, that was quite unexpected. I did not see that coming at all. And now at this point he's going to exceed. I don't know what he's going to exceed for, but I'm definitely thinking exceeding would be a good option. And he did forget Levier. Poor players over here just forgetting everything. And so he's going to remove Vayu and Armed Wing, and essentially that he can make a game. So yeah, I mean, Vayu's still a pretty decent card. And at this point, it's going to be game for our player in the blue because he has no cards in hand. I mean, you could drop Honest in the off chance, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. But that was pretty interesting to see that game, and you can see, you know, the misplays that they made. And but anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Asian Eyes White Dragon signing out.